Well, I am back home in Kentucky from my trip out west, Colorado, and surrounding areas. And I brought back a lot of coins, mostly pennies and nickels that I'm going to be going through the next week or two or three or whatever it takes. I brought a lot of coins back. I'm going to go through and see how many pounds of pennies I get from each place. While I was on the road, I did one box from Kansas City, Missouri, and I got a little over 3.5 pounds, 17 wheat pennies, and we'll see if the second box does the same thing. But I think first we'll go through a box from Colorado City. Let me show you what I got. Okay, here we go. This, I forget. Did I say Colorado Springs is what I meant to say. If I didn't, 2 box pennies, box of nickels. I did get $half there. I've already gone through those. I also got $half in Des Moines, Iowa, and I've already gone through those. That's where I got the two 40% silvers. But there's my Des Moines, Iowa, Colorado Springs. Omaha, Nebraska. I had ordered there, but they did not get the order in time. But I was able to get 2 boxes of pennies and a box of nickels. Also, one of the branches I was at, I picked up an extra $10 worth of pennies. There's the last box from Kansas City, plus the nickels I'll get to. And then coming through Illinois, I stopped in at 2 bank branches, just cashing in some $half. And from part from Peoria and part from Champaign, I have the equivalent of 1 box of pennies from Illinois. And so I'll start today with a box of pennies from Colorado Springs and see what we find. I am all set up and ready to go for today's hunt for the copper and hopefully wheat pennies and stuff like that. I'm choosing Colorado Springs box to go through this time. It'd be cool to get an ender or two. Well, they really got these boxes on. There we go. They're different from the Brinks boxes. I don't see any obvious wheats or anything. Typically all the rolls I'm opening up are looking like this, and I'm in my 17th roll. I'm finding some copper, but I still haven't found a wheat penny yet. But then I just opened this one. Hey, that's different. All 2023s. I'm in my 18th roll, and I finally have come across my first wheat penny. Oops, I bumped my camera. 1941. That's a pretty good year. Pretty old. Very cool. You know, I think atmosphere from different areas does different things to coins, because a lot of these pennies just have a different look about them, and I'm assuming it's probably the mountain air that I'm not used to that just affects the zinc in a different way, because it's mostly the zinc ones that just have a different look about them. I'm halfway through the box in just one wheat penny. I have one copper one that's in really nice condition that I'll stick that in the side. I got 7 2009s, and this one had something next to the D that I need to put under the microscope a little bit later. I just found my second roll of 2023s. I went through all the first one looking for the VDB with the extra letter, and nothing. I guess I'll go through this one too here in a bit. But I'm going to go ahead and go through these others. Man, I hope I find a couple more Wheaties. The copper, I don't know. I don't think I'll get 3 pounds, but I was fooled the last time. I didn't think that, so we'll see. I'm in my 29th row. I still only have one wheat penny, but I did also find my first Canadian copper. It's a 1981. So far, this St. Louis box isn't producing a whole lot, but you know, that's what I'm out here to do, to see what areas produce what. And I'll have another box to go through to see if it's much the same, but this first one isn't doing real good. But I had an awful good time while I was in Colorado. We went to the Garden of the Gods and went out to see Cripple Creek. I really enjoyed that. I'm kind of a U.S. history gold buff. Well, used to read a lot about the different areas in America where the gold rushes took place. So that was very interesting going out there. Pikes Peak had snow on it when we first got there, and I think it snowed a little bit more that first night. By the time we left, it was pretty much all gone. 82. Well, would you look at that? I finally got another dime. That makes up for a few wheat pennies. I'm still at 1 wheat penny, but I found a dime. It has been several boxes. Pretty cool. I love finding dimes in my rolls of pennies. So far, this roll hasn't even had 1 copper in it. What's that? No way. Oh, that's so cool. 2 dimes in 1 roll. 89. That's so cool. Well, that's really neat. That makes up for a couple of boxes. 2 dimes. 82. A third? No, no third. There's a copper. 1 copper penny in that roll, but 2 dimes. Now there's something I really enjoy finding. I've got me a Canadian King George. That's cool. I love finding these. 1944. That's really cool. Still just at 1 wheat penny. 10 rolls to go. But that's a good find. So, I've got that in a couple of dimes. And 1 wheat penny. And, we'll see how much copper I get in the end. It'd be cool to find a wheat penny here with you watching with me. I got some decent copper in that roll. That's beat up. But it's actually a wheat penny, though. It's hard to even tell, but it is. There's the wheats on each side. That is 1 beat up penny. Looks like a 1955. D maybe? I don't know. Phew, that's a rough one, but it's a wheat penny, I guess. That's 2. Not much copper here. Wow. There's 1. There's a few at the end here. Do you see that, folks? Right about there. There's dime number 3. I'm making a little bit of money going through this one. I still just have the 2 wheat pennies. Let's go ahead and go through this till we get to the dime at least. I have 7 rolls to go. Here's one of those pennies. I'm starting another set. $82. I missed. Wouldn't it be nice if that was a Wheatie? There's only been one found in all of America. And there's my dime. Number 3. 2023, brand new. Four rolls to go, and there is wheat penny number 3. 1940. There's 3. Cool, I guess. I'm sure curious to see how much I'm going to end up with in copper. Getting close to the end. $2023, I only see 3 letters down there. I just opened up this roll and there's 3 rolls after it, but at the very back of it, look at that, second from the end, I find my 4th dime in this box. Is that crazy? That is so cool. That's fun. Not a lot of wheat pennies, but I'm getting a lot of dimes. I'm making the big bucks, boys. I have completed the box over here, and I ended up with 3 wheat pennies. I got 2 Canadian, but one of them's a collector, King George. 4 dimes, that's pretty outstanding. One really nice one I'll keep, 1 S penny, 7 09s. And this one here, it looked like there's something next to the D that I'm going to check under the microscope. It's probably nothing. 2 of the rolls were all 23s. I went through every one of them. Didn't see anything by the VDB. This looks like a 3rd roll from the 2023. I haven't decided if I'm going to open yet, that one or not. I don't know, we'll see. And the copper, you want to guess? Take a guess. Just under 2.5 pounds. So that's probably one of the worst boxes I've gone through as far as, you know, what all of finding the copper and the Wheaties and whatnot. And I'm very curious if there's anybody out there watching from the Colorado Springs area. Is this typical for you? Is this what you usually get? I'm going to keep a record of how much I find in each one. In fact, I may put that together and put it up right now. Well, here's where I'm at so far. I feel like I'm missing somewhere. If I remember, I'll put that up in the next video. I'll keep this chart going and add to it as I add these other areas. And it may change a little bit when I go through the second box in some of these. So this is where we're at so far. I feel like I should have in Indiana, but I'll have to go back and look. I don't remember for sure. I live right across the river from Indiana. So if I don't, I'll go up Indiana several miles and pick up a few boxes. I'll add this 2+ pounds to my ongoing box of copper pennies. In the next day or 2, I'll pick out another one of these areas. I'll probably do a box of nickels from one of these areas next. See if we can find us a wartime silver in there. And maybe put aside a bunch more of the older nickels for my nickel hoarding. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.